number one. The album debuted at number one!
Queen Bee herself, Beyonce, has carved her own legacy as an infamous, multi-talented artist at the top of the music industry. Time magazine named her in a list of 100 women who have defined the last century, and in 2013 she was the highest earning black musician of all time. She has collected 28 Grammy Awards, 26 MTV Video Music Awards, 31 BET Awards, and 17 Soul Train Music Awards. Her fanbase is so devout it's being compared to modern religions, and she is one of the most powerful voices of a generation. Even the album she released with absolutely no promotion or even a hint of its production became the best-selling album of 2016 and is considered the most acclaimed work in her entire career. Today we explore Beyonce and her legacy as one of the greats. Tomorrow though, you decide. Let us know in the comments down below who you think we should cover in future episodes of Where Are They Now? And don't forget to hit that like button for more videos just like this one. Beyonce Knowles was born in Houston, Texas, to a Creole mother and an African-American father. Her parents named her Beyonce because that was actually the maiden name of her mother, Celestine, before she married Matthew Knowles. Beyonce also has an extremely talented younger sister, Solange. The two together would go on to dominate the music industry and are the first sisters to have both had #1 albums. As a young girl, Beyonce enrolled in dance classes, and it was there that her dance instructor noticed how naturally talented she was at singing. From there, her interest in music and performing continued after she won a school talent show at age 7, beating out a bunch of 14 and 15-year-olds. She went on to a performing arts school, and her father quit his job to manage a girl group that Beyonce was in, where she and her bandmates rapped and danced in Houston. Her father quitting his job strained the family as their income halved. Their failure to sign to a record label led to further financial strain on the Knowles family, and her parents actually got divorced. Eventually though, the girls signed with Columbia Records and their family reunited. Once the girls signed to the record label, they changed their names to, wait for it, Destiny's Child. The girl group did really well, and when they released the song Jumping Jumping, they charted and shot to infamy, winning their first Grammy. Eventually though, 2 of the founding members of Destiny's Child were let go from the group after they expressed displeasure with its management. Beyonce recalls falling into a deep depression when they left, refusing to eat for days and locking herself in her room. She credits her mother with allowing her to fight her depression, especially given she was worried that she wouldn't be taken seriously as an artist if she came out with her mental struggles. When her friends got replaced, she and her new team members crawled their way back to the top of the charts with songs like Survivor. In 2002, Beyonce also made her theatrical debut as Foxy Cleopatra in Austin Powers' Goldmember. She's so good in that movie and extremely funny. In 2003, Beyonce began doing solo work, releasing Dangerously in Love with the song Crazy in Love, sitting on top of the Billboard Top 200 and selling over 11 million copies worldwide. In 2004, Beyonce performed the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Also during this time, Beyonce began working on her final album with Destiny's Child, Destiny Fulfilled. Despite the crew of women being close, they had pursued individual careers, and Beyonce's solo career was taking up more and more of her time, and she became unable to give the proper attention to Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child finished off with 60 million records sold worldwide and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. To this day, they're one of the best-selling girl groups in the world. In 2008, Beyonce unveiled her alter ego, Sasha Fierce, and an album that, despite receiving mediocre critical reviews, became one of the best-selling albums of all time for the singer. It also allowed her to break more into the top pop tracks rather than remaining in R&B. Her music video for this song, Single Ladies, spawned the first major dance craze of the internet age and was widely parodied by millions of people on the newly founded YouTube. That one song won 12 awards, on top of the tons of awards the whole album got. Famously, at the MTV Music Video Awards, Beyonce was beat out by Taylor Swift for her music video You Belong With Me, and Kanye West went up on stage, interrupted Taylor's acceptance speech, and famously stated, "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you, I'm gonna let you finish," but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. For her album I Am Sasha Fierce, Beyonce received 10 nominations at the Grammys. With each album release, Beyonce only became more and more cemented as one of the best singers of all time. In 2016, Beyonce teased the project Lemonade, which was a 1-hour film airing on HBO. Then, when no one expected anything else, she released a corresponding album with the same name with absolutely zero marketing. The surprise album instantly became #1 on the Billboard 200 200. All 12 tracks from the album became #1 in their own right, making Beyonce the first female artist to do so. Lemonade went triple platinum and was the best-selling album worldwide in 2016. As for more current projects, Beyonce worked on the live-action Lion King in both the soundtrack and voicing a character. In 2020, Beyonce also released Black is King, a visual album based on the music of the Lion King. She also wrote and recorded a song titled Be Alive for the biographical drama film King Richard. She is set to release her first Oscar nomination for Best Original Song, and we'll see if she wins it at this year's Academy Awards. Outside of music, Beyonce is credited for being the reason behind the term bootylicious being added to the dictionary in 2006. She was named the world's most beautiful woman by People magazine and the hottest female singer of all time by Complex. Her fan group, the Beehive, a play on her nickname of Queen Bee, is considered one of the most loyal and defensive fan bases, having achieved notoriety for being fiercely protective of Beyonce against any critics. Beyonce and Jay-Z got married in an extremely private ceremony in 2008, and when he famously cheated on her, instead of getting a divorce or blasting him online, she released the album Lemonade, detailing the pain and anger she felt towards her husband's infidelity. She is also known for her stunning pregnancy photo shoots. While she was pregnant with her twins, Beyonce unveiled some of the most beautiful maternity pictures the internet has ever seen. She's like this goddess-like figure, similar to paintings of Aphrodite, and posing in front of lush tropics and flowers. In 2013, Beyonce performed at the Super Bowl halftime show alongside her former bandmates of Destiny's Child. Her performance is the second most watched halftime show in Super Bowl history at 110.8 million viewers, and it is the most tweeted about event in the history of Twitter itself. People talked more about the halftime show than they did about football. That's how expansive and powerful Beyonce's legacy had become. In fact, when she performed, the viewership almost doubled. During this performance, Beyonce had something to prove, as she had been accused of lip-syncing the national anthem during Obama's inauguration. When she performed live during this event, it basically proved to everyone that Beyonce had and continues to have such an insane stage presence, and she needs no lip-syncing to continue being one of the greatest performers of all time. Then in 2016, Beyonce once again took to the Super Bowl stage, this time alongside Bruno Mars and Chris Martin, lead singer of Coldplay. During her performance, Beyonce gave a nod to Michael Jackson's halftime event, which popularized the show and made it into the media spectacle it is today. She wore a very similar outfit to his own, complete with a gold bullet vest over top black. Two amazing black artists who forever changed the Super Bowl halftime show because of their insane performances. Her time on the Super Bowl did garner some controversy, however, when she had her backup dancers wear berets as a nod to the Black Panther movement, which goes against the strict policy of no politics in the NFL. The move was meant to publicize the harm that the police place onto black folks in the US and around the world. Nowadays, Beyonce continues to remain relatively private. Her and her family, despite being one of the biggest celebrities out there, have maintained little media presence, and I'm sure that's entirely intentional. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Where Are They Now? Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content just like it. I've been your host, Sierra. Have a great rest of your day.